Welcome back, guys, to Horizon Forbidden West, where last episode, Aloy awoke in a strange place with her first thoughts about the Cauldron Gemini failure, as Tilda Van Der Meer greeted us and started showing us old world art she had saved before we met with her face to face for a discussion over breakfast. With these talks, we learned more about the Zeniths and Tilda herself, though not sure what exactly to believe after hearing it all, including her plan to betray her compatriots and defeat them. However, this plan includes sacrificing the Tanakh to emerge victorious, so Aloy, having came up with her own scheme, making contact with the captured Beta, tries to make Tilda do it her way as we look to recruit silence to our cause.
Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... We're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
For the moment where Aloy called Beta's sister, that was nice and pleasant. You're like, yes, that's kind of cool. There's that family that Aloy's always wanted. To the moment where you realize you have to tell Zoe within like a minute.
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regalla's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
Horus energy cells. Aloy, all FAS Board 7 Horus combat platforms included EMP cells as part of their arsenals. Acquiring and deploying one shouldn't be difficult, but we'll get to that in a moment. The bigger issue is activation. Barring extraordinary circumstances such as interference from Hades, as you experienced last year, all Horus munitions are inert, deactivated by Minerva's decryption regime during the 21st and 22nd centuries. To render these EMPs operational, we'll have to skirt those efforts. I advised a way to do so without causing unwanted repercussions. A bespoke code signal that should enable all and only such devices in the vicinity. I've transferred it to your focus. All you have to do now is send it out. The Zero Dawn Communications Relay should do the trick. I believe you refer to them as Tornex. I've chosen one for you that is centrally located. I take it it's the one that's been locked this whole time. Now marked in your HUD. Simply override it as you normally would, and my signal will automatically transmit. Every EMP on every Horus within a 500 kilometer radius should come online. On to acquisition and deployment. Horus units manufactured EMPs in their fabrication bays and subsequently loaded them onto their multi-purpose appendages, or tentacles if you like, because the cells were designed to be detachable, enabling them to be fired or thrown at enemy forces. Their fittings should be quite light. The only way to attain them will be through the air, but it sounds like you already have that covered. When you reach one, it should come loose with a hardy yank, rust or corrosion notwithstanding. There is no need to prime the cell, as they are designed to trigger on impact. Once you have one, all you need to do is drop it in the target area. I'm sure Regalla and her minions will enjoy the experience. All the best, Tilda. There's so much we want to hear about her at this point. I'm actually in a completely different location than I thought I'd be. Weirdly, I somehow thought I'd be up here, though, rather than down here, because this is a bit nearer to there, but probably actually quite long when you think of the actual geography. Well, no matter what, we know we're going to here to find out wherever this unknown thing is, and I'm guessing it's probably up here. Yeah, which way do I go from here? Okay. Aloy cannot climb that. Wait, we did make it higher, I guess. Was there never point of scrabbling I could have reached to get onto the very roof? There's something very big nearby. Hello. Sterling Malkeats Isit Enigma. All the makings of the next big thing. A much ballyhooed acquisition from an art historian turned technologist, no less. Bleeding edge science and a great narrative to boot. The application was called YCITT after Young Christ in the Temple, a well-known Vermeer forgery. By creating perfect holographic scans of individual layers of a painting and compare them to a vast library of artistic works, he was able to identify fakes with an unprecedented level of accuracy. But it was clear to sterling executives that the program's ability to match and identify patterns had broad applications outside of the art world as a tool for security, counter surveillance, or digital authentication. It could prove just as revolutionary as it had in its intended role, which is why they were willing to sign a 9-figure agreement for it. Blasting news of the deal to every outlet in tech media. 2 years later, the project collapsed in a chaotic jumble of lawsuits, recriminations, and accusations of sabotage. So what went wrong? Who was responsible? Most importantly, what happened to the underlying technology, which by all accounts was far more powerful than the vaporware label applied by disgraced executives?
Machine's weak to purge water.
It's a bellow bag. Still more to check out up here now that we are here. Retrospective, Rotterdam 2033. Cyber attack by far-right anti-migrant group Purity Action Europe reversed key instructions to the city's new storm surge barriers, rendering them fully open during a massive extratropical cyclone. The resulting flood cascaded through the city in a matter of minutes, effectively wiping it from the face of the earth. I was one of the lucky ones, recalls survivor Tilda Van Der Meer, who was 8 at the time of the attack. My family was wealthy. We had a watertight vault for some of our most precious belongings. My father locked me inside when he went to look for my mother, so I waited there in silence as the waters rose, praying every moment that my parents would return. They never did. As horrible as that sounds, Tilda was lucky indeed. In addition to her parents, the flood killed more than 100,000 people, including approximately 40,000 climate refugees from... Yikes. Toilet. Sink. Double sink. What's with the sink budget in this place? With one toilet, you've got 2 sinks? What's with that? The life of the rich, right? Keeps telling me to revive an incapacitated man. I'm not sure about that. What we're looking for is directly below me. I'll find my own way in, right? Hello, Tilda. I'm here to steal your upper floor goodies. By the look of it. My goodies now, Tilda. Right, so... where are we to go? I guess I really should go right back to base camp at this juncture. I kind of want to hit those campfires just to get them so we can facilitate exploring later on. But I think my mount's still up and running, right? That's not my mount. That's a bomb. He's fine. Stop telling me to, like, save it. Technically, Tilda... No! She'll still claim... She'll still say she owns it. That convoy, I think we saw way earlier. Yes, first thing I do once I go past these things is back to base. There are some difficult conversations, but most importantly... it sounds like if we do this... if I'm getting it right, we can fly. Correct? That was not what I was expecting when it was being given by beta. I was like, well, this is important. And then we're told about That's no good. I wanted to fast travel you gits. Why you? Fine, I got my man. We're out of here. I had a plan. Remembering back, by the way, to the plan regarding Cauldron Gemini. I mean, you knew it was going to go completely wrong as soon as you started, because the whole thought that you could activate the pulse generators and they wouldn't go well for what they need to do. They need to go to probably Cauldron Gemini out of the lot. It was way too obvious, wasn't it? It was never going to go well, that one. And they instantly found it because, well, what else are you going to do? I think you'd have to be pretty, it'd have to be pretty crap not to get it.
That's the override for Lighthouse, so... should be able to use it now.
Alright, well, there's no more things. I'm just going to have to do a full fast travel. I got a bit of the map explored. A little bit more of this lower section. To base it is. They're always going to come straight there. It doesn't take long to put 2 and 2 together. I walked the other side. Why did it walk me this side? Reason? Interesting.
A sunwing. Good. Might be roosting on the peaks above the base.
For pertinent story reasons.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey! Can't I get 1 damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regalla is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Kotallo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regalla's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith, Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first... we're going to stop Regalla.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me... a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regalla's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Utaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zenith.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
Yes, it does.
I thought you were gonna go fight some Tanakh.
I wanted to check in with you first.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm just, picking up the pieces like everyone else. I'll be there when you need me.
I never doubted that.
Oh. Good. I'm glad you're back.
So am I.
Asking about the training now seems kind of...
I know you hate waiting, but you'll have to stay back here a little longer.
Well, you go do what you gotta do, but are you okay? It's not just Varl we lost. Beta's gone. I almost lost it when I realized my sister had been taken by Dervahl back in the Sundom.
I'm getting her back. That's all that matters.
Understood.
Do you think Zoe will be okay?
I don't think anyone's ever okay after losing the one they love. I can't tell you she's handling it better than I ever did. That keeps the rest of us level-headed.
I need to get going.
You better get there before Kotallo tries to take on Regalla's entire army by himself. Do me a favor. Don't go disappearing on us again.
I'll do my best. You look busy.
My studies are a good distraction, especially after Cauldron Gemini. Varl, Beta, Gaia, gone. And that's just the beginning. The Zeniths want to rob us of our future, too.
We won't let that happen. So, all of the tribes here are new to you?
Yes, I've been studying up on them. The most fascinating one thus far has been the Tanakh, an entire culture based on the holograms of an ancient museum. There's much they've misinterpreted, not unlike the Quen. But still, there's a nobility to what they've become. They're honorable and fearless.
And deadly. How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy on everyone's mind. I didn't know him well, but I can see how much he meant to the others. Zoe and Erend seem to have taken to it the hardest, but I don't quite know what to say to them.
They need time to sort through it.
And what about you? Will time heal your wounds?
I don't know. I try not to think about it.
Goal-orientated. Yeah, later.
Seems like everyone's ready to take the fight to the enemy.
Kotallo more than most. If I were this Regalla, I wouldn't want to cross him on the battlefield.
Regalla still has a lot of machines on her side.
That's where you come in, I suspect.
If my plan works.
And when I say it will get her later, it's just another thing onto the pile of things that will get her later and be incredibly mentally taxing in the end. Yeesh.
Tilda, the Zenith that Beta mentioned, she was the one who rescued me.
Did she say why?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek. Seems to think helping me is honoring her in some way. She was willing to share information on both Silence's plans and the other Zeniths.
But you still don't trust her. Where I come from, the more valuable the knowledge shared, the higher the price extracted. I'd be careful if I were you, Aloy.
It's kind of where I come from too with silence.
I should get going. Be ready to go on my signal, okay?
I won't let you down.
I know.
I'm used to... We don't even have Gaia anymore, so this is very inaccurate currently. Oh. Kotalo?
It's all going to be okay. We can't give up now.
What, you got more dialogue now?
Hey, do you have a moment?
Sure.
Tilda's the one who rescued me. Same one that spoke to Beta when none of the others would.
Did she say why she saved you?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek. Seems to think helping me is honoring her in some way. She was willing to share information on both Silence's plans and the other Zeniths.
But you still don't trust her. Where I come from, the more valuable the knowledge shared, the higher the price extracted. I'd be careful if I were you, Aloy.
Thank you again.
I'd need to head out now.
Right.
Guess I should check on my overrides first. Must be some more I can unlock. Well, I can do Sliverfang. Sure. I can do Thunderjaw. Yeah, I'll definitely override one of them. Can't do Fireclaw, Dreadwing. I've barely seen a Dreadwing. Like, have I seen a Dreadwing in the wild? Stalkers are still eluding me, but there's quite a few done. I'm sure there must be more cauldrons, right? I've still got more, like, side quests and side content to pepper into this from time to time, you know? My next question is just, where on earth is Kotalo gone? Thanks for the stuff. Oh yeah, he did go back. Ah! Don't mind me.
It feels empty in here without Gaia.
Don't mind me. I'm big on the brains. Iso. Interesting. You're planting his seeds, are you?
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plainsong and further east to the Nora Sacred Lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Vala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Vala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds. As verdant limbs wither, roots rot in snow, still the sea rises, as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land. And so it is with us. I'm with child, Aloy. I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini. Instead, one day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them. I'll try to visit again when I can. But for now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on a sunwing and get ready for an entrance Regalla will never forget.
Yeah, right in the fields. I don't see someone like Zoe being the type that gets protected, though. I very much consider the fact that even in her current state, that she ain't stopping.
I'm gonna clean my gear later. I could do yours if you want.
I cleaned it already.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Think you can manage things here while I go help Utaru?
Stopping Regalla's war. It'll help us take the fight to the Zeniths?
Yes.
Then I'll make sure the rest of us are ready upon your return.
Okay. We'll be facing Spectre drones soon. Erend and Katalo have fought them before, so...
Already asked them to run us through some combat drills. Aaron moves like an oaf, but he's good with that hammer.
How's Erend doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Varl. But he never truly succumbed to despair. Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in handy sometimes.
I know we both want to make the Zeniths pay for what they've done, but once we infiltrate their base, our priority will be to get Gaia and Beta out of there.
Don't worry. I won't go seeking revenge like some blood-crazed Tenakth. Wherever your arrow strikes, mine will follow.
Let's hope we hit our targets.
I see one prime target.
I need to get going.
Whatever you plan on doing against Regalla, you better return to us in one piece.
I'll try.
One prime one indeed for Zoe. It really should play out that way. If it doesn't, I'd be very surprised. Alright then. No cost. A flying machine that absorbs solar energy is often found in groups. It has a variety of plasma attacks, while its energy shields and maneuverability make it hard to hit. can override it, but a special override. Now's the time.
Override installed. Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain.
I got enough trouble with Utaru, always kicking my ass.
Who says I'm any good at it?
The way my luck's going, I'll bet you're a pro.
Because she's not having bad luck currently. Anyway, let's climb that mountain. I wasn't actually expecting this to be an ability, but I guess when you were...
Okay, I need to find a sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain.
trying to build things up more and more and do more spectacular things, it makes sense. And once I have this, clearing up the rest of the map's going to be blimmin' easy, right? You'd have thought. Getting around, doing things. In fact, if I remember correctly, on hold until the Wings of the Ten has been completed. We are now in the Wings of the Ten. So we now know exactly what was holding us off. Whatever we have to do. It was getting high up on a mountain, right? We'd fly. Equally, I guess that's, that explains how I get here. And possibly why the trees were blocking off so much as well. Oh, but it, oh no, but it has...
There's sunwings up here. We'll have to approach them quietly.
It did also have the wind that was gushing in, pushing you away if you tried to glide in. Maybe that's only for gliding purposes.